Well, we have been all along tracking the rising number of cases across the nation and region, the contact tracing efforts put in by the authorities and the possible economic ramifications of the lockdown. What has not perhaps got the desired attention is the impact of the current situation upon mental health of people. Music, viewers, they say, is a big healer, a rejuvenator and also a motivator. My next guest is a musician par excellence. Alobo Naga is a name synonymous to the region and a big name when it comes to Indian independent music. Let's get to know from him how critical are these times and what role can music play. A very warm welcome, Alobo Naga, for being on Northeast Live, for being on Bottom Line. My first question, how testing are these times and what role can music and musicians, singers like you, who have a great fan following, play to probably de-stress things a bit?
Music has been playing, as a companion throughout the century. When you are sad, when you're going through depression, when you're happy, music was always been there. So even this time, I believe music is playing a big role, and people who are staying lonely, music is one thing that's always giving them company. And in this time, musicians are coming around the world and then going through online. We're doing a part by giving online concert almost every evening. So I'm also doing this, and then I have associated myself with government, Nagaland government, TAFMA, and we're doing a series of concert. So every evening at 7 p.m. we're doing a concert with one artist.
Wow.
And yeah, so people at home are not bored. And also I did another concert with Hangama Music. And then, yeah, I'm doing another with Red FM. So we've been doing so many projects like that. So almost every day we're going online and we are trying to, give them company and entertain them and, yeah, just have conversation with them. They send us questions, we reply, and we just want them to know that they're not, alone and there's someone out there. So music is doing so many things, and I'm sure it's playing a big role. This hour.
Yeah, and personally, even you must have had planned several things, events to make your music reach more people. Now that this unexpected and unprecedented crisis has happened, how are you re-strategizing things? I mean, it's all good that you're doing the concerts online, but also as an individual for whom this is a profession, how do you re-strategize things at this moment? After all, the show has to go on.
Yeah, so many people might not know this, but then all our shows are cancelled, and then our shows are one of the biggest means of revenue generation for musicians at the moment.
Yes.
So all our shows are cancelled, and then we were supposed to be recording the album at the moment. Actually, we were recording, and halfway we had to, we can't even go to studio now. So it's delaying our album release. So it's having a big impact. And the third thing is also the school. I have a music school. So the music school is shut down. I was supposed to open a new branch last month in the month of March, and even that has to be postponed and delayed. So it has affected us so much. But then having said that, it's not in our hand. So we're taking it positive in a way, like we're just polishing ourselves at the moment. We're trying to go back and redo everything and then just check it so that when we come out, we'll come out better. And then about the shows, we can't make any plans at the moment because we don't know when the government is going to open this. And at the same time, we need to keep in touch with the organizers and all. So about the shows, it's uncertain, but about the album and about the schools and other projects, we are trying to polish it. Some of the products are done, but we're just going and then, redoing it and trying to make it better. So we're just looking at the positive side.
Still a very positive mindset. I would like to come back to Dr. Sangeeta Datta here. Dr. Datta, we heard him.
Yes.
Despite this, it's this positive mindset that probably has to keep us sticking in these times of crisis.
In fact, what he has said about music is absolutely true, because I'm sure the viewers would be, delighted if they come to know something about music here. Music actually is formed as used as a form of therapy, which is called music therapy, to treat neurological and psychiatric ailments. And there are, research papers, and there are evidence. It's an evidence-based treatment model. It's not that we are just simply using music because it elevates mood. Scientifically, it has been proved that music can impact or has an impact on the neuroplasticity of the brain, which means that it changes the structure and the function of the brain by changing neurotransmitters in the brain. There are happiness hormones which are secreted in the brain, namely endorphins, serotonin, norepinephrine, when people listen to music, or they sing, or they play some instrument, or perhaps they just listen or take it in the form of a therapy. I'm so glad that musicians like him have taken an initiative to have online concerts, and I'm sure at these times of stress, when people are home getting bored, sometimes they are trying to meditate, do yoga, do their domestic work, keep themselves busy with their family. Nevertheless, they also need something else to be happy. Music can work wonders for them. And in fact, music has been even technically used for treating depression, anxiety disorders, substance abuse disorders, and even some neurological problems like, post-stroke depression, cerebrovascular accidents, or even Parkinson's disease. And we have evidence related to that. And we all know that people listen to music when they're sad, they're happy, but primarily even when you're sad and you listen to music, you feel relaxed. It is because it changes the structure of your brain, and it also changes the levels of happiness hormones in your brain. So do listen to music and do indulge in musical activities.
Absolutely.
That way, a lot of your stress that has built up during these times of lockdown because of COVID-19 can be managed effectively.
Absolutely. And Alobo Naga, this is also the digital age. Does this pandemic now also provide an opportunity to probably go more digital as far as probably revenue earning is concerned? You will know it far better than me, of course. Can the various online platforms be used to their full potential as far as the revenue model is concerned? Well, it can perhaps never, at least for now, not replace the live performances, but still something is better than nothing, and something is needed to keep the performers ticking.
Of course, people are more glued to their devices more than before. They're surfing more than before. So in that way, the streaming thing is going up. But then, having said that, again, the most of the revenues that we earn is from the live performances.
Absolutely.
And streaming, and when you compare it, it's just here, the streaming and the live performances. So I mean, we're so happy the live streaming and people, watching our videos, the views are going up. People are listening our music more, maybe. But then, having said all this thing, we love that original thing, going up on the
Absolutely,
stage and
absolutely. I can
going
understand.
meeting
Yeah.
in person and performing. At the same time, the money is better there.
Yeah, and these are, of course, very difficult times, and musicians are called healers. As Dr. Datta just mentioned, do you feel good about this, that at least through your efforts you can make a difference? These are very critical times. Everyone is tensed, everyone is probably panicking, feeling the heat of uncertainty. So during such times, isn't it heartening to feel that you as a musician can make a difference?
Yeah, I mean, we are so blessed in that way. We're really blessed. We're thankful to God that God gave us this privilege, this, this position where we are able to help people through our music, and music sometimes work more than we understand, and I'm so happy, I'm blessed with this gift, and then I'm so privileged that I could reach out to people, to my followers, to my fans, and friends out there.
Absolutely. And what does, as a musician, as a poet, what do you think these times of crisis are teaching us? What lessons can we learn? What lessons can we carry forward?
Nothing is bigger than God, okay? Uh, we human, I'm a spiritual guy, so we human, we tend to think that we are big sometimes, but this time we realize we are not big, we're small, and at least there is something above us, that is one thing. At the same time, it brings the world together, the world is a community, the whole world is like a family right now fighting this pandemic thing. So it also shows us that we are, no matter how, wherever, which ethnicity or which part of the region you are from, we are all one, we are all human. And that should teach us a big lesson, that we are all one, we are all human at the end of the day.
Yes, we are all one. That is one important message that we should carry forward. It would be a crime to have Alobo Naga on your show and not request him for a song. So I request you to hum something for our viewers.
Yeah, so let me sing maybe 1-2 lines from my song. I'm going to sing in my own language, but
Yeah,
the
sure.
song says it's only the song says it's only love that can bring us together.
Only love
And
that can bring
I
us
feel
together.
like this
Okay.
song really talks about the situation at the moment.
Okay.
Talakipe sita tokensa puto puchon lo jimeno chitoy itimiko lekasa launa ka chireni diye kachi o the human bear comes to you I am Naga mi kimye kile khiri Kuno ningu tolo ki je vais sekia que la kishi passe non ni ushini come to hear the Lord.
Woo!
Thank you.
That was mesmerizing. Thank you so much, Alobo Naga, for joining us on Bottom Line.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. Yeah,
Thank
be
you.
safe.
Thank you.
Bye.
Indeed a pleasure. Indeed a pleasure. Thank you so much. These guys are doing a good Samaritan job.
Absolutely, absolutely. And like I said, music is therapeutic. So music heals, all of us know. And there's no doubt that a lot of people from different walks of life today, they are trying their level best in whatever possible ways to actually help the entire human race, and here, we stand united. We are fighting against one virus, which is COVID-19, and here we have forgotten our, racial difference, caste, creed, language. Nothing is a barrier today. We are simply fighting against one virus. Music is helping us. Our positivity is helping us. Stand united.
Absolutely. We have another special guest in the show tonight. I'm now being joined by the one and only Lou Majaw, the iconic Lou Majaw, the Bob Dylan of India. Well, he's a man who has dedicated his life to music and is rightly the pride of Shillong and Indian music scene. Welcome, a warm welcome to you, Lou Majaw. These Lou Majaw, are difficult times for humanity, and unprecedented crisis stares at humanity, and music can be a big healer. So all of us need to de-stress, because this problem is as much mental as it may be physical or logistical. So what role, again I ask you, what role do you think can music play in these times of crisis?
See, as far as hard times concerned, it's not only because of the present situation. See, it's not only over here, but it's, the entire planet kind of stuff like that. But then we've been having these for God knows how many years back. So there's one disease after the other. So there's nothing to be, whatever it is, yeah. Because for every disease, there's always, a remedy, there's always a medicine, there's always a cure. And you have your, allopathy, you have your Ayurvedic, you have your homeopathy. And of course, music is there. Music heals. To Lou Majaw, I take it from a point that music does heal. Because music is life. So from that point. So it's, to me, it's a day-to-day life.
Absolutely.
So there's, nothing special like, what happened today or what happened yesterday or what's going to happen tomorrow. Because, like the saying goes, it's, one day at a time. You just have to learn to accept
One
things.
day at a time.
And then, of course, to live responsibly. If you want to live healthy, that is. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense, my God, man. It's not because of this, present situation. I mean, like the entire world is in a chaos. But then we have had so many ailments, over the years.
Yes, yes.
So
Entire
that,
world is in a chaos, but we got to leave it one day at a time. Yes, but we are all stressed out. But probably what is the need of the hour is, Majaw, the carefree spirit that you have right now, the carefree spirit of Dylan. Yes, we need to be on the watch, but the mind needs to be carefree somewhere down the line, to lead in these times of crisis. What do you say about that?
See, it's so we come again to that circle where, you've been restricted to movements and kind of stuff like that. From that point of view, I mean, because the situation demands that, the movement, has to be restricted, and, you have to get your mask on, and, whoever people are there should not be too many people and kind of stuff like that. But, well, if a particular ailment that demands all that, we just have to go accordingly with that.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, I mean, it doesn't make sense.
Absolutely.
I mean, to me, you see, because I'm not well aware of what this, kind of plague, whatever it is, why for, what for, how, and kind of stuff like that. It's not for me to question and kind of stuff like that. But when you switch on the radio, then you switch on your TV, you check your newspaper, so you find all these and then say, okay, so this is what's happening in the world today. So we just have to go along with that. Like you sort of,
Yes.
you flow, with the times, and you accept whatever changes that comes, in your life, that happens in your life. And that's the most important thing. And I am sure that it is all for good. And even if it's not all for good, let's hope that it's all for good.
Absolute.
So from that point, well, I
absolute
agree
words
with,
of wisdom there,
whatever
Majaw.
media, they are doing.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Absolute
Restrictions
words of
of
wisdom.
movements
Yes.
and
Now that you have said this, I want to ask you, what are the life lessons that we can carry forward from this crisis? I had Alobo Naga joining me on the show a short while back. I asked him the same question. I'm asking you this question because I also consider you a poet and, after hearing you just now, a philosopher at the same time.
Ah, my God, man. Hey, don't blow the trumpet for me. I'm not a poet. I'm not a philosopher. I mean, I'm not a musician. Majaw is a performing artist. You see, the thing is that
That's humility.
What Majaw learns today, I will treasure in my life. In life, it's a book. So we keep on turning the pages. If it's blank, we fill it up. And then if someone, writes on it, then we just see what it is. And if it is agreeable with you, then you go along with that. So the idea is the acceptance of whatever happens in life or whatever comes in your life. You have to accept that and just take it along. And always take it for the betterment. The most important thing is that to stay healthy is to live responsibly. It's not because of this particular, chaotic, setup which is happening today. But it has to be a day-to-day life, a disciplined life. And that's the most important thing. I mean, you just cannot, you just cannot eat the entire day. You just cannot sleep the entire day. You cannot even work the entire day. So everything has its time limit, because, there is time for everything. There must be room for everything to do in one's life. and to fit in that, within that 24 hours given to us. So to me, that makes a lot of sense. It's just that.
True.
We respect ourselves, we respect others, and above all, we respect life. And the body will take care of itself, and the mind will take care of itself, and the soul will take care of itself. And
Real
that's it.
positivity on display there, Majaw. We know it's a nationwide lockdown, but your fans must be craving for your performances. We all know people in Shillong very well know where to find their favorite Majaw on weekends. But now that it's a shutdown, are you keeping your fans entertained probably by uploading any videos, links on social media or various other platforms?
I'm not, I'm not tech savvy. So, I'm not tech savvy. I mean, like kind of Instagram or Facebook and kind of stuff like that. So, I'm not into all that. But what I feel is that for this month, there'll be a release, a contribution to the field of music called April Shower. So that is the small little contribution from Majaw. And if it, if it find, that little solace, that little comfort in one's life, that's a blessing for me. So I am just waiting. Probably it'll be out. I mean, like a friend of mine, AJ, he'll put it out on SoundCloud on the 14th, if not on the 15th.
Okay.
So maybe 14th will be ideal, the date, so that people, they can share the few of the melodies and a few of the songs that is from this particular compilation called April Shower. So I hope, we'll definitely have, a shower.
Looking
of,
forward to it,
hats.
sir.
That's what we need most.
Looking
Not
forward
only
to it.
for this
Yes.
month, but
Yes.
throughout the entire life.
And now that we have you, we have India's Bob Dylan with us. We cannot let you go without a song. So you have to hum something for us and our viewers.
Okay, maybe a line or two, whatever it is, all right. Let's see. Be aware of who you are, be aware of what it is. For the curse it comes creeping in silence is worse than a Judas kiss. And if the pill and the needle don't kill, the abuse of sex it surely will. Well, I ain't calling to get black, there is another off the rack. But the joy of sex and the beauty of it, it's a balanced diet to keep you fed. The darkness of the needle, although it kills you ill, but it's a one-way ticket, friend, if taken for a thrill. So be aware of who you are, be aware of what it is. For the curse it comes creeping in silence is worse than a Judas kiss. And if the pill and the needle don't kill you, abuse of sex it surely will.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This
Oh,
man,
wow.
this man is a magician. Every time I have known him since my childhood, and every time I see him, I just rediscover the magician in him.
Yes.
Sangeeta Datta, we are running out of time. Last words, the magic of music on display, need of the hour.
Apart from the music and the magic, I saw wisdom and positivity too.
Absolutely.
Positivity that touched me deep, and I'm sure it has touched everyone deep. And let's stay positive, let's stay united, and let's continue with our efforts to fight COVID-19. I'm sure we'll be victorious. All the best.
Absolutely. It's time to stay united, stay positive. The government is doing what it can and the onus is also on us. We need to take care of ourselves. We need to follow the rules and regulations and that best protect us. On that note, it's a wrap of Bottom Line. Thanks for watching.